long of a video, so we're gonna get into a couple things. Anyway, what's up, people? Been having problems with my Jackson, so I took it out. I want to play it for the show with my Solar, but I've been blocking them. But this one has a big gap in there, so I gotta find something else to block that with, because this thing goes out of key when you're doing double bends and stuff like that, because you're pulling on the bridge. Flattens it sometimes. So I had my student, who's also a friend of mine, went to the George Lynn show. And I did an interview with him, and I ended up BSing it. It was like 2 hours. I decided not to put that on there because you can't please everybody, and you're gonna have the haters. So I've come to the realization by clicking on some of the people that make these comments that they're actually the Teabag fan club, meaning that it's either Tom or his friends, because they've been on here for years with no content and no subscribers. They haven't subscribed to anybody. They think by staying neutral like that you don't know it's Uncle Larry and his Teabag friends. You're not as smart as you think, buddy. You're actually small-minded. Small-minded. Because if you knew the music industry like you claim you do, yeah, my real name. You can post my name all over the place. I can't, not you. But if you wanted to do a Google search on Jitboy1, my name pops up and it says Chris Kaloyan. But that's not my full name. So let me give you my full name. Christopher George Kaloyan. There you go. There's my full name, Christopher George. Is it going to amount to anything? No, except my address and where I live. You're not going to get any info. I told you what I do and how it all works. I get paid by Morgan & Morgan. It goes into a band entity, a band corporation, so that you can LLC band gigs and pay your taxes and do all the right things. Then it goes into a foundation which donates it into a charity. And then you have people on boards of both the foundation and charity, and you can double write yourself check, one from the foundation, one from the charity, and you can pay 1.5. You don't have to pay capital gains. And if somebody, including you, are at a cover band gig, which I have cover band videos on here, so your small brains of the Uncle Teabag fan club, if you went back 350 videos, you'll see it. I didn't show my face at one time. How y'all doing out here on the night? See, Tom isn't true Nashville. Tom is from Ohio. I grew up in the farthest point south that you can go in the United States. That is called South Broward. I mean, you could go to the Keys and say that, but the dirty South was here. Davy's redneck. Come here, boy. What did you say to me? That's what we grew up with. Horses and pickup trucks in this area. And motorcycles. Yes, I raced dirt bikes when I was a kid. Had dirt bikes, mopeds, the whole thing, motocross. Had a redline BMX bike. I was in all of that. Roller skating. I said hip, hop, hippity, hip, hip, hop, but don't stop rock. I grew up on all that. I love California. Tupac is one of my favorite rap guys of all time. So am I just a shred guitar player? I am by nature. I love metal. It's so much energy and feeling. ska metal. I love Kiss. By the way, Kiss, Guns N' Roses, Metallica. There are very few country artists that could get to that level. Those are some of the greatest bands ever. Led Zeppelin. If you don't like Gain, that's your problem. But it seems to me there's more Gain lovers than there are clean guitar players. If you want to be a technical guitar player, good, go play jazz and fusion, like I did when I was young. I played fusion with Carlos Benitez from Louis Fonsi. We used to get together at a warehouse in North Miami. We used to meet up there with my buddy Diego, who's in a popular band. He moved back to Ecuador, Argentina, he's back in one of those countries. Great bass player, Diego Sal. Great. But Carlos is another good friend. We used to play jazz and fusion together. Now, here's a great example of that stuff. He's not on the studio albums. Why? Because Louis would have to pay him too much money, and he gets songwriting credits when he gets touring credits, and he's getting $500 to $600 a show. I don't know what he makes. I should ask him. Let's see for a second. Let me see if I can get him on the phone. Where is he? Let me see if he answers.
Hello there, you reached Carlos Benitez. Can't come to the phone right now. So leave a message and I will get back to you.
Oh, he hung up on me? It didn't go to message. Oh, maybe it's full. Let me see. What's up, brother?
Yeah, what's up? How are you, man?
I'm good. I was just shooting a video and I was talking about you.
What video?
On my YouTube channel. I was like, yeah, I used to play with Carlos from Louis Fonsi, and he's played with guys like Steve Vai. I was like, man, we used to play fusion together with Diego.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Dude, that was so much fun back then.
It was fun, man. It was good times, bro.
Yeah.
Good times. How you been, brother?
Pretty good. You know, I was, and one of the things, and you don't have to tell me, cause if you don't want to, but I was talking about, like, when I would fill in for Rad or Quiet Riot, they would only pay me $400 to $500 a gig. And I know that you mentioned to me one time that Louis, you weren't on the albums, right?
On the live albums.
Oh, is that because he could pay session players cheaper, or just because that you lived here and he's in Puerto Rico?
No, when for the studio, it's often the producer's decision, you know. So I mean, when he does uses a producer, usually the producer has a group of musicians that he likes to use. Like say Quincy Jones, you know.
Yeah.
He always used the same drummer, J.R. Robinson, for all the recordings. He never used the people that were on the band from that artist, you know. And that's usually how it works, you know. That the producer it's the producer's decision, you know. He's looking for certain sound or whatever.
Yeah. And the labels like certain studios too, and those producers like to work out of that certain studio. I do know all that. I actually explained that before on some of the videos, but people don't understand why they do that.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's a stylistic decision. Plus, you know, this usually these producers, they have, like, you know, they have this group of people that they're already, like, married to, and, you know, they've been working together for so long then they know that they're gonna come in the studio, they're gonna whip it out, they're not gonna fucking be complaining, they're gonna be not gonna be problematic, and all that comes into play at the time when you are hired for a recording. It's like you're adding to the studio, how fast you work, how good are you following suggestions or instructions or whatever, so it's a matter of that. It's a when I was I mean, for the Fonsi records, some sessions I was there. They invited me, but I wasn't playing drums. I was there hanging out, and then there was some hot famous studio drummer doing the drums, because that's the way the producer wanted to work. He has his associates, and they have their own studios, and they don't have to pay for studio time.
Yeah, and the labels are the ones that hire those producers, and they look out for the label's best interest. It's more for the label than the artist.
As well, there's a connection always. These people. Of course, they're a liaison between the band, the artist, and the label. And for sure, they are like the glue that between those two. Because sometimes producers know a little bit more or understand more the business than an artist does. So
Oh,
he
absolutely.
can, he understands the artist more than the record label does. So usually he's in the middle. And if it's good, and he's an engineer that is a musician, well, he can work in favor of the band because he knows what's up. But
and I tried to tell everybody, like, even like when I write for people about the NDAs, the non-disclosures, and certain things that I have to sign for the labels, because it's a weird industry. It really is. So like I'll tell this story because I try to keep everything private. You know how I am, and you're kind of like me. But that's why I said you don't have to tell me, personal stuff, like, some of the stuff, because I was just curious. I was like, let me call Carlos, because out of all the people I know, you're still with Fonsi, and you were like the last like modern current drummer getting paid and doing the gigs and everything. But like I'll tell this story because I've never told this. So when I wrote all the stuff for Expose, and I was going into Criteria and some of the studios, because they had Mariah Carey's producer Mark Brown at the time, I would sneak back into the studio at like 4 a.m, and I would remix what he did. And
yeah, man, it happens. It happens, man. I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you, bro.
Yeah, but that's the kind of stuff. Well, and let me ask you one more thing. What was it like playing with Steve Vai? He's a pretty cool dude.
He's a pretty cool dude, man. I mean, this came as a surprise for me. They called me. He was doing some kind of exhibition tour or clinic tour or something like that, and they needed a band, and they called me and a couple of friends of mine. And let me tell you, man, we improvised a lot on that gig. It was very cool, and he is such a fucking sweetheart, man. I mean, he's absolutely a gentleman, man. I mean, he's crazy. I mean, he's fucking Steve Vai, but he didn't do drugs at the time or drank or anything. He was drinking O'Doul's, like beer with no alcohol and shit. And but musically, man, we connected very well, bro. Because I mean, there was a lot of times that I started like playing a beat. And he said, okay, keep that beat. And he started fucking developing it. And we were, in 30 seconds, we were playing like a new song or something that he came up with for the beat that I was playing. It's fucking crazy, man. It was a great learning experience, bro, playing with somebody that has that kind of pedigree,
Yeah, and it's funny because I talk about you on the channel. And I was like, yeah, let me just call him, and then I'll ask you if it's okay if I put the conversation on YouTube, not to say nothing personal and stuff. But sometimes you've sat in with me in some of the cover band stuff, and what was interesting to me is when you started to play, people that weren't even paying attention would turn around. You had a different sound when you hit. Like it's hard to explain to people how a drummer can command an audience.
Well, I mean, it's a thing. It's not the first time I heard that, man, and it's for me, it's well, it's a blessing that I got something that people they do turn around, when I'm playing. I don't know if it's what I think it will be a couple of factors that come into play there, but most of it, I would say the energy.
Yeah.
It's a big factor, the energy and the attitude that I play with me. I really, really enjoy what I'm doing, and I also hope that people are, when they listen to me, are enjoy it as well. So I come in with that attitude and start playing.
Well, that's like when me, you, and Diego got together and we were playing like that fusion stuff. It came together so fast and so easy because Diego had a certain vibe, and then you had a certain vibe, and I had a certain vibe, and it just it was really good stuff. I wish oh, I lost them. Well, anyway, not to bore you, but there you go. Carlos Benitez from Louis Fonsi, first hand for you guys. Talking about Steve Vai gig and Expose playing with me and doing some other stuff. So Expose out of Miami is one of the bands. So there you go. I'll have to call him back. So let me get back to him. I'll call him back. The docking thing, I think I showed it. But if you go dot to dot. You need delay. There you go. And what I'm doing now, open. There you go. So that was a great surprise for you guys. So now you get to hear firsthand Carlos Benitez, the drummer that I play with, plays with Louis Fonsi and did a Steve Vai tour. So there you go, firsthand, first knowledge. Look up Carlos Benitez on YouTube. You can see him playing live with Louis Fonsi. And there you go. If you don't believe me, I was playing that country hack shit, playing fusion with one of the best drummers in the world. Go watch him play. He's ungodly believable. So there you go, firsthand, and you get to hear one of the bands that I played with and wrote for. And how I would sneak in late at night and remix everything. Man, did I get a lot of shit for that. Anyway, there you go. So, there you go, Teabag Fan Club. There's proof right there. Carlos Benitez. I think he sent me a text now. Let's see. That call fell. Let me see. Yeah, I'll call you back. Let me see. Let's see if I can get him back on. And then we'll say goodbye to him. But look out. Move. Sorry about that. Yeah, you probably, because you're so far away, you're in Coral Gables with the towers and everything. Yeah, so those are some good stories and stuff, that people can, and I just told them, go look up Carlos Benitez on YouTube, join his channels, get you some more subscribers and everything,
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah,
I gotta
man.
start putting more videos. I gotta start putting more videos there because mostly my videos, I put them in my Facebook or my Insta. I gotta start filling up the channel, the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah.
What you do is a YouTube channel. That's what you have, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna try to start beefing up that one because I haven't put anything in a while, but that's a lot of stuff there. You know, I got so many videos that I could put there, man. I did all of them are on the Facebook or the.
You know what I would like to really do one day is see if I could get like a couple like drummers together, like you, maybe Patrick from Ingve, and sit down and do like an interview and get like drummers' perspective and like songwriting and like how you guys think, because like I'm a guitar player, so I think like a guitar player, but it would be interesting as a guitar player to educate other guitar players on what drummers think, because I think that can help a lot of people musically.
Yes, for sure, man. I'm in, bro. Just let me know if you get that guy, and we can do a round table. I'm game, bro.
All right, yeah, and then I'll send you the video, and you can put it up on your channel too. That way, you got Carlos. You can put my name on there with the bands I played. I don't care. You know, it's your channel, so I can't get sued on my channel. But
yeah, no, I'll tag you, whatever. You know, I'll get you followers as well, man. We gotta help each other, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry I didn't make it, man. I had an emergency that day and fucking.
Yeah, you were telling me, but
I was looking. I had my golf shorts and everything, bro.
You know what happened? Nico McBrain actually had to go home early. He didn't make the 9 because he just had a stroke not long ago. But they had to take him home.
Really, man?
Yeah, I felt bad, man. I told everybody, I'm like, man, just send your prayers out to the guy because he's a super nice guy too. So maybe we could get Nico, Patrick, and you together.
Well, man, that'd be a blast for me, man. That'd be a blast for me, bro.
Yeah. All right, man. So I'll stay in contact. Stay in touch with me, and then we'll put that together. That'd be awesome.
Will do, brother. Take care, man.
All right, man. Love you, bro. Bye. So there you go. Again, we called him back. He answered. The call dropped. Yeah, I thought his phone went dead. That's Carlos Benitez. Let me see. Let me type him in, and I'll get on his channel so you can go onto his YouTube channel. Let's see. We'll do open. Continuous dip away now. Let's see. We don't want that. Carlos. Let me see, view channel. Is this it? Let's see if I can find him. Okay, here he is, right here. So here's him right here. Let me see if I can get his name down. Turn it. Carlos Benitez. So let me do my phone settings so you guys can see it better. The brightness part. You don't want that. Let's see, Carlos Benitez. Where are you? Let me put his name back in there. I can't see what I'm typing. Where is he? You gotta spell Carlos right. Come on, YouTube. Okay, here's he at. This is a video of him. That's with Louis Fonsi live. So there's the spelling of his name, Carlos Benitez. So there you go. You just heard a world famous drummer who's played with Steve Vai and tours with Louis Fonsi, one of the #1 Latin artists in the world, Louis Fonsi. That was Carlos Benitez, my boy. Incredible drummer, incredible. You can see they got the plexi around him. He hits hard as hell. He's got this weird sound. Like you hear it and you're like, what the hell? It's like a cannon went off. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. We'll keep it around 25 minutes. That was another surprise that he answered. Usually he don't answer. He's usually really busy. But there you go. We're going to see if we could get a drummers roundtable together and get a perspective as songwriters with drummers. Maybe we could get Patrick from Ingve and Carlos and maybe Nico. That would be awesome. Maybe we could do it at Rock and Roll Ribs. There you go. Anyway, I'll put out the message to some of these guys and see if they want to do it. Peace out. Enjoy your day. And all you haters, stop hating. And I don't even think it's haters. I call it the Uncle Teabag fan club. Because if you go on someone's channel and they're not subscribed to anybody, that's a red flag. So for you people, don't mind them people. Again, nothing's associated with my name, the I got yous and the way everything goes from corporations and foundations, and you pay yourself a check for Social Security purposes, and they take 10 years of documented history and your 2 or 3 highest years of pay. That's how you get the maximum of Social Security. Some people probably don't even know that, but there you go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. We're full of surprises on the channel. Peace out.